Welcome to the third episode of
Literature Through History.
For today's episode, we have Mary Wollstonecraft. She was born in 1759 in London, but she died at a short age
Of 38 years old.
She died in 1797 in London too. She grew up in a hostile family environment.
Her dad beat his wife, Mary's mother.
Mary's biggest dream was about women to be educated. As she had education but no money, she decided to find a job and she started to work as a teacher. In 1787, she became a professional writer, and years later, she wrote Vindication of the Rights of Women in 1792, 2 years after the publication of Vindication of the Rights of Men. But we are going to talk about a little bit more about this writing of her in our second section of this episode. Apart from that, she
had two lady daughters with two different men. First, Gilbert Illman, and second, William Goodman.
Their daughter was Mary Shelley, the future author of Frankenstein. A few days later of her second daughter's birth, Mary Wollstonecraft died. In this section, I'm going to tell you 12 interesting details about her life. First, Mary Wollstonecraft was an English journalist, educationalist, novelist, and political theorist. Second, she was a passionate advocate of educational equality for women. Third, she wrote several books in her 20s and early 30s, including a major work on women's liberation, which was published in England. Fourth, she did feminist works which argues that the educational system deliberately trained women to be frivolous and incapable. That is to say that if girls were allowed to the same advantages that boys, women will be able to be not only exceptional mothers and wives, but also capable workers in many professions. Fifth, she taught in schools, worked as a governess, and as a translator of a London publisher. Sixth, she was radical but took an active interest in assisting other women to escape from unhappy marriages or oppressive family circumstances. Seventh, she returned to England to live as a single mother. Eighth, she found personal happiness only towards the end with a new relationship with a fellow radical. They get married after she fell pregnant, but she continued to live in separately household. Ninth, tragically, Mary's life was short-cut at the age of 38 years old after the birth of her second daughter. Despite her pregnancy was without any complications, after the birth, she succumbed in a uterine septicemia. 10th, Wollstonecraft herself promoted access to equal education to men and women. 11th, she believed that the principles of equality and reason, the key themes of the Enlightenment, should extend to all girls as well as boys, women as well as men. 12th, she wrote her first Vindication, a celebration of a political and constitutional reform written in response to Edmund Burke's conservative tract Reflections on Revolution. This Vindication, Mary Wollstonecraft wrote all her thoughts and beliefs, and she lived as well. Bye bye, see you in the next episode of Literature Through History. I truly recommend you to read about Virginia Woolf. Will be our next character in this program.